Michael Chagani, get with some straight talk with Professor Arthur Lee. Professor Lee, thank you very much for this exclusive interview. Thank you very much for this. You are an executive counselor, and you're a member of the Hong Kong University Council, right? Now, we all saw the astonishing scenes last week where you were having a meeting on an appointment of Professor Johannes Chan, and students stormed into the room. You were a main target that night. Now, you were not allowed to leave. Did you feel like you were being illegally detained?
Well, I was threatened and I was not allowed to leave. I was told that I have to go back to my seat. I was ordered around. Yes, I felt threatened. Certainly.
Were you hit in any way by the students?
Yes, I was punched when I was trying to get out, and there was a lot of shoving and pushing, but they stopped us from leaving. And so in the end, I had to sit down and do what they say.
You mean to say you were actually punched, but you made no big deal of it?
Well, I don't want to be seen to be whining, but in a melee like that, it's inevitable somebody behind me punched me. So
who punched you, and where? Where were you punched?
On my right kidney, right here.
Did it hurt you?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you know, I'm
you were
used
hit
to
in the kidney in the back.
I was hit in the kidney in the back, but that night I went home and checked my urine, and luckily I didn't have any blood.
You actually did check your urine that night?
Yeah.
Ah, but you didn't seek any medical treatment then?
I didn't seek any medical treatment. If I had seen blood in my urine,
then you would have.
If I have tested for positive for blood, I would have, yes.
Okay. Now, you know, when that happened, and I'll show you scenes of that in a bit, when that happened, you compared the students' behavior to Red Guards during the Cultural Revolution. Some people say that you had exaggerated this, they're not Red Guards. Would you sit here now and take back that view as an extreme view?
No, not at all, because when the Red Guards started, they didn't go to that sort of extreme that they went subsequently, but that's how they started. They made the professors come out, sit down, kneel down, admit that they've done wrong. Is a revision of the whole thing.
So you feel that that night they did exactly that? They wouldn't let you leave. They said once somebody punched you, and it was total behavior like Red Guards.
It was, absolutely.
Well, you know, let's see what happened. Let's just see what happened. Now, as we can all see, it was very chaotic that night, and the gentleman who fell down was also a council member, Dr. Long Chung Mao. He had to go to hospital finally. Now, you know, the latest news is another council member, Professor Yuen Kok Yung, has said he's had enough. He just wants to leave the council. It's been too politicized. How do you feel about that?
Very sad, because I think we have to stand up for our freedom. We have to stand up against mob rule. We have to stand up against people who intimidate us.
You stand up against what?
Mob rule.
Okay.
And stand up against people who try to intimidate you.
You think that was mob rule?
That was mob rule.
So if that was mob rule, the students say, no, it was not mob rule, and they have refused to apologize because they said that you, Professor Arthur Lee, and the other council members, the remaining 21 council members, some of them, have been dragging out the appointment of Johannes Chan as the Pro-Vice Chancellor for political reasons. And therefore, they were so frustrated, their action was justified.
Well, it's like saying, if I punch you as I didn't punch you as your face hit my fist. I mean, it's as simple as that, right? I never punch you, but it just happened that your face came up and hit my fist. Now, that is totally unacceptable. Secondly, the council did not delay anything. We still have not received the paper from the search committee. The search committee did not finish its finding until May. And it was coming to present to us in June, its finding, and we still haven't yet received it.
You haven't got the papers yet?
We haven't got the papers yet. So officially, except from the press report, we have no idea who that candidate is.
But Johannes Chan is the former law dean, is behaving like he is the sole candidate, and the search committee has named him as the sole person.
Well, surely that is wrong. Right?
That is wrong?
That is wrong, because everything should be confidential. Johannes Chan, according to the newspaper, said he's ready to assume duty in in March. But in fact, the search committee hasn't even finished its work until May. So how come he could assume duty in March? The whole thing, as I look at it, is that I don't know Johannes Chan. Mm-hmm. I try to find out a bit about him, and from all the sources that I have come across, he seems to be a highly intelligent, very clever man, been in Hong Kong U for many years, and obviously somebody one respects. Yet, the way he goes about it appears to me that he doesn't really want the job.
Is he qualified for the job?
Oh, he's more than qualified for the job. I would have voted for him.
Why do you say he doesn't want the... You would have voted for him?
I would have voted for him, because if you look at his qualifications, everything else...
You would vote for Johannes Chan?
Yes, I would have voted for Johannes
As the Pro-Vice-Chancellor?
As the Pro-Vice-Chancellor.
Well, the vote should be coming up soon.
Now,
but why do you say he doesn't want the job?
Because I don't think he wants a job. First of all, you don't go around saying, I'm the only candidate, and I can assume duty in March, when the search committee hasn't even finished its job. Right? Secondly, you don't go and tell the council that's going to appoint you that they're a bunch of stupid idiots. Right?
Johannes Chan didn't say the council members are a bunch of stupid idiots.
Well, he basically said the council was stupid.
Oh, right.
All right.
He said Hong Kong U is now being ruled by men.
Well, he may have said, but well, there are women as well. So I think you know, the Equal Opportunity Commission should look into that as well.
Right.
But you know,
you say he doesn't want the job.
Well,
how do you know that? There's a conspiracy to make him accept the job?
I think he wants to be a martyr rather than take on this job. Now, if he really loves Hong Kong U, as he has said many times, surely causing all this havoc would make you think again and say, look, do I want to cause so much controversy at my own university, a university I love, right? But instead of doing that, he go on and say they're middle man telling him to step down, but he won't, and so on. And then, of course, my name was dragged into it, that I was manipulating things behind, according to Ming Pao.
Well, Johannes Chan has said you were not the person.
Yes, but the damage was done, because a lot of people read Kevin Lau's article in Ming Pao and said that I was manipulating. I was one of the men who asked a middleman to ask him. Now, he's clarified that I have not done that.
Johannes Chan has clarified
He has done that. He's done the honorable thing. But then you have to ask is, why is Kevin Lau, a highly respected journalist, chief editor of Ming Pao, formerly chief editor of Ming Pao, could make a fundamental journalism mistake, 101, journalism 101. You check your sources. Why didn't he phone me up and say, did you do that?
Would you be reachable to him?
Of course.
Yeah. So the thing, he didn't call you up, but the story went out. Johannes Chan has denied it. But there is still an impression, and Johannes Chan has said a middleman did approach him, although he wouldn't say who.
I'm not surprised that many people who loves Hong Kong U would want to see a harmonious university. And I would not be at all surprised to see people would go to see him and say, look, you know, let the dust settle, calm down a little bit. Because he's a highly qualified person. As I said, I did some homework on him and found him to be a highly acceptable candidate.
But calming down a little bit doesn't mean, it's not the same as you accept the job and then you resign, which is what he said the middleman asked him to do.
Well, I don't know what the middleman said to him, but I certainly have not been responsible for that.
So tell me this, Professor Lee. The whole thing now in the public mind is a perception that Siwa Leung or the central government is manipulating, meddling in the affairs of the university, and they don't want Professor Johannes Chan to be the Pro-Vice-Chancellor. Hand on heart, and you're a straight talker, Professor Lee, have you ever been asked indirectly or directly by the chief executive, by the central government, to block Professor Chan's appointment?
Not at all. No one from the central government or from CY himself has asked me to stop Johannes Chan.
What about the people around him? around CY?
No. But
you have come under no pressure.
I have come under no pressure. And the whole thing is because of electioneering. 2016, we have an election, so you've got to have some issues. And the issue is to say that the court, that the Council of Hong Kong University is now under pressure, and these are all stooges of CY, and this is why our academic autonomy, our academic freedom is being threatened. Nothing is further from the truth. Nothing is further from the truth. I'm the only member that CY appointed on the council. The rest of them were appointed before by the previous chief executive, Donald Tsang.
Right.
So Donald Tsang has been manipulating behind the back to stop Johan Chan. I mean, ludicrous.
Donald Tsang's gone. But then the thing is, do you think any other members came under pressure from the central government?
I can't speak for other members, but all I can speak is for myself, that I have been under no pressure whatsoever to make up my minds about issues at Hong Kong U. The important thing from my point of view is to make sure that whatever I decide is for the benefit of Hong Kong U.
Okay, I'm going to stop just for a minute.